Let's talk about managing your finances. Now, if you're running coaching, speaking business, any kind of business, knowing your numbers is what's gonna make or break your business. So please place close attention, watch this video until the end, because it's going to make a change, a massive change in your business. Now, before we get started with a few strategies to get your to make sure that you hold on your finances, I want to tell you a bit of background because I've been before I was really bad at managing my finances. And on heart, I was really good at making money and really good at spending it all, and I never had that awareness of how much money was coming in, how much money was going out, how much money should I save, and I never had a structure to keep me accountable to this particular process. So it always ended up being that we made incredible months with our business, but then at the end of the month there was nothing left, and it was the same whether we had a lot of sales or few sales. And I remember that I had a chat with my wife and she sat me down and said, you know what, you can't manage your business finances like that. You can't manage your personal finances like that. Because it doesn't matter how much money you're going to make, how many clients you're going to have, you're always going to be in this cycle of not having enough. Because a lot of time when talking about money, it's not about how much money you make, but it's more about how much money you keep. No, in particular, if you're scaling your business and you're hiring people, the more expenses you have, the more difficult it's actually to have a business that gives you freedom that you want, because now you have all these people that you have to pay, right? And there is this an extra level of pressure. So whether you're starting out or you're scaling, there are some fundamental principles that made a huge difference for me, made a huge difference for my clients, and that's what I want to share with you today. So let's get started with the first one. Let's get started with the first one. And the first one is a piece of advice of a book that I want to give to everyone. The book is called Profits First. Profits First. And it is an incredible book that talks about how you can structure your finances, in particular if you're running a small business, so that you always have money. That you always have money for taxes, that you always have money for VAT if you are VAT registered, that you always have money for your profits, that you always actually have profits, and profit is not just a number in your account. The fact that you can always get paid, like all these are important. So the fundamental principles of this book are the following. Number one is to make sure that you have take a percentage of the money that you make every single month, no matter what. So the money that comes into your account, and then a percentage of it goes into a tax account. A percentage, if you have VAT registered, goes into a VAT account. A percentage goes into a profit account, and then a percentage goes into a salary account. And everything else is what left to operate with the business. Because it starts from the assumption that as human beings, we actually do with what we are given. I remember the days where we didn't have a multi-six-figure business and I couldn't barely pay myself a salary. And there were weeks where I had £5, which is the equivalent of about $7, to spend for my entire week. A lot of jiggery pokery, I made this £5 last the entire week. So then, if I'm like, how can I not make myself last £1,000 for a week? That was the crazy thing, and because as human beings, we are wired to actually spend what we see and what we have. But what we don't have, what we don't see, we don't spend. And so following this principle, that's what turned things around, in particular for me and my business, where this is our structure. You don't have to follow it because every business is different. So make sure you get the book. It's called Profits First, but we put a 10% in a tax account. We put a 20% in the VAT account. We put another 10%, sometimes it's 5% depending, into a profit account. And then we have a percentage to go into the salary account. And the rest, we actually started now putting percentages, 5% for marketing, to a future marketing spend. And in this way, no matter what, if you have a great month, we know that we can put more money away. If we have a bad month, We know that we have money that we can get somewhere else if we have to pay our staff members, if we have to pay our marketing cost or our sales cost and so on. So that's the first one. Profit first made an absolutely huge difference. The second thing about money management and what really helps is to always have an eye on sales. Because a lot of times, I don't know if you're anything like me, there are people that when you see things that are going really well, now you start getting comfortable. And you're not doing the things that actually got you those sales. You're not making those calls. You're not reaching out to people. You're not doing webinars. You're not building partnerships. Why? Because a good month, I've earned it, I need to relax. But until you have a solid base of recurring payments that are covering all your expenses or a lot of your expenses, the moment you lift the foot off the accelerator is the moment where finances are not coming in, where you're struggling about getting clients, where you not have enough money to get to the end of the month. And a lot of times is actually delayed. And that's the funny thing about this process. Is not that if you don't do something now, you will see the negative effect now. The moment you lift the foot off the gas now, you're going to see the effect 2 to 3 months down the line, because it means that you have not done the lead generation now to give you the clients that you want to get in 2 to 3 months, right? So make sure that you always have a regular practice of attracting leads, converting leads, because cash is king. Clients are king. Clients are king, cash is king. So make sure you have a pulse on it. So that's the second strategy. Make sure you keep, even if your business is going really well, make sure you keep doing those things that allowed you to have such great months. Now, that's the third tip, and this is the final one. And the final one is review your spending consistently. Every year, my business partner and I sit down and we review, and this is what we used to do. Now we have a finance director. Fortunately, we have someone that does these things for us now. But before, we were sitting down and printed all our PayPal statements, all our bank statements, and really mark all the payments that we were making and identifying if they were important for our business, if they were crucial for the business to operate, if they were giving us a return on investment, or if they're just things that actually were nice to have and we were wasting money on. And guess what? Reducing your monthly expenses ongoing means that you have more money at the end of the month. That's that simple. So make sure you review your outgoings constantly. So 3 things that I shared in this video. Number 1, the book Profits First. Learn it, use it. Becomes like your Bible in terms of running a finances for business. The second one is every month and every week, keep doing the things, even when the business is going well, that allow you to make it work, that got you the results that you're getting now. And the third one, consistently review your expenses so that you're going to, where you're wasting money or not, and you're just not going to be like, oh my God, it's crazy, right? Well, hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Simone Vincenzi. I'm the co-founder of GTeX, and we turn experts into authorities. If you want to know more about how to grow and scale your coaching and speaking business, make sure you check the link below, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you get access to our high converting webinar templates. Webinars are a great way to get clients ongoing over and over again. So make sure you check out our templates, download them, use them, because we made a few millions with webinars, and that's gonna help you also make those numbers too, in particular if you're really learning and studying that particular area. And we are gonna save hundreds of hours by not having to do all the email sequences, all the slides, testing the presentation and so on. We've done a lot of the hard work for you. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video, and always remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.